there's somebody out there working harder than you. The days that you're slacking, somebody, that might be somebody's good day. Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Ebony. For those of you who don't know, subscribe if you're new. If you haven't subscribed before and you already watch my videos, make this be the video that you subscribe. No, I'm just kidding, but please do subscribe. So I'll just get right into it. In my previous video, I talked about the pros of being the face of your own company. So basically, you know, just being the face of your own company, being your own brand. So that's what I was, that was the previous video. So make sure you go back and watch that. You can watch this one first. It doesn't matter which order. But this one is going to be talking about the cons. And I don't like to say that word con, but it's kind of like the part of the that aspect of it. So let's get right into it. So the first thing that I would have to say is being creative. I know I use that as a positive, as a pro in the previous video, but this is like the flip side of it. So like I said in the previous video, I am not as creative as I think. I mean, as I thought I was. I mean, I have a little creativity in certain aspects of certain stuff, but I'm not as creative as I could be. And sometimes when you're not creative, that kind of holds you back because there's so many people selling hair. There's so many people selling lashes, so many people doing hair tips, but you want to put your own little creative twist. And sometimes that can be hard because you want to, basically the thing is to stand out because, like I said, there's so many people doing this. So you just have to be, you just have to be different, put your own personality, stuff on that. And sometimes that can, sometimes that can be hard. That could be hard sometimes, especially when you're when you're not, you don't have that creative on. Because I'm one of those people, like, I have creative moments. I'm not like full out creative. Like I have, I was like, oh, that sounds like a good idea. Like, and I can do that. Like I'm kind of like that. I'm not like all out, full out creative like that. But I'm working on it. It's something I'm working on. Yeah, that's my first one. So I keep looking at my notebook, whatever. Okay, so the second one, and this one can apply to anyone, is not being in the mood. Sometimes you don't feel like taking pictures. You don't feel your best. You know what I'm saying? You don't feel pretty. You just feel sick. Or just some days you just don't want to you don't want to take pictures or make videos, or, you're not in the mood for it. But in this business, you cannot not be in the mood because it's like you can lose a customer, but you could lose a potential customer. Because usually when somebody finds a good hair, what do you call us? A hair supplier? A hair seller? Whatever. Whenever you find, like, if they find a good like hair seller, or sorry, I don't know what happened there, or a lash seller, and they like you, usually they stick with you. So when you're looking for customers, you're looking for returning customers. Somebody's gonna keep buying, keep stuff like that. So that's what's good. And sometimes the day you don't post, you might find that person that, oh gosh, I'm really looking for somebody, and somebody else pops up, catches their attention. But if the day that you slacked off, you could have actually gained a new customer, or gained a returning customer or something like that. So that's one thing that you have to make sure, like, get your mood in check. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of had one of those days today where I just was like, but you know what, don't be like me, be better. Make sure you be better. Like, don't be like me, make sure you be better, and make sure you check yourself when you get out of those moods, because ain't nobody gonna check yourself. Some people will check you, but that don't mean you're gonna do something. But make sure you check yourself in those days. I'm gonna check myself for real today. But yeah, so make sure you do better, and make sure when you're in those moods, to get out of it. But yeah, that's one of the flip sides of not being in the mood. So the third thing sort of goes with that in a sense, which is sticking to a schedule. That can be hard. Some people have interchanging schedules. Some people have children. Some people have just things that just come up. So sticking to a schedule sometimes can be difficult if you're not disciplined, or if you're not used to being on a schedule. That can be hard sometimes. It's not a huge con. Like I said, this list isn't feel like super bad things, but sticking to a schedule, if you're not used to sticking to a schedule or being disciplined with something, it can be sort of hard. Like, you know, okay, so Sundays, I'm sitting down, I'm coming up with topics, I'm recording some videos, I'm taking pictures, something like that. You know, sometimes some of those things, if that's not a part of your routine, it can, you know, get a little hard to sort of stick with it, especially if sometimes the creativity falls off, or your motivation falls off, you're not in the mood, which is things that are not excuses. This is things that you have to hold yourself accountable for. Because again, when it comes to being your own, being a business owner, being your own boss, and being the face of your company, you make or break it, you know? So if you don't do what you're supposed to do, you don't stick to it, you keep throwing stuff out there sporadically, just, you know, throwing stuff out and doing little stuff here and there, it shows. It definitely shows. You know, it shows in your work. People can tell when you throw something up real quick. People can definitely tell. They can tell how much thought you put in it. Sometimes, sometimes you can finesse it and people don't know. But, you know, people know. People can tell, the time and the effort that you put in your work sometimes. So that's another thing. So you want to make sure you, sticking to a schedule can sometimes be hard. So yeah, that was that one, which is number 3. And so number 4. So number 4 sort of ties into number 1, which is the creativity, but this is like having new content. Sometimes it's hard to post new content when it's just yourself, you know? You can have a mannequin head. I guess you could use that, or like your GEX head. What do they call them? I don't know. The other mannequin heads that you make the wigs on. I can't remember the name right now. I'm sorry. Like you can use that, switch it up with that. But sometimes coming up with content can be hard, you know, because the thing, like I said, again, it's more about, in this business, is like sticking out, grabbing people's attention. Because like if you go online, there's so many people posting. There's so many people posting hair, posting lashes, posting all these things. And then you also have vendors now doing these same things. They're stealing pictures, stealing videos, and doing all this other type of stuff. So you're putting yourself in competition. And again, this is not to scare anybody, because that does sound sort of scary. But it's not that bad. Like, there's ways to get yourself out there without having to do something crazy. I mean, some people doing crazy stuff, being funny and doing all that stuff works for them. And some people don't have to do all that. But coming up with new content, you know, when it's just you're the face of the company and stuff like that, sometimes that can be like, I mean, how many times do you want me to see me pose like this, you know, how many times, what else do you want me to do? You know, so especially if you don't have like money to get like a photographer or take a photo shoot, or, you know, I mean, I guess you can take pictures, like full body pictures. I still haven't to show your hair and stuff like that. I still haven't mastered that skill of learning how to take, like I can take selfies and stuff and make little videos from up here and stuff, but I want to be able to take a full picture of myself so you can see how long my hair is and stuff like that. I haven't really mastered that yet without having to have somebody else help me, you know. So that can be kind of difficult, you know, like as far as like coming up with content ideas and different just coming up with new stuff all the time, because people don't want to see repeat stuff. And sometimes when somebody's already seen something, it's a habit to keep scrolling, because that's what I do. So, you know, you want to make sure that you are coming up with new content, and that can be hard sometimes. Like especially if you're, you know, like having like a creative time, sorry, I don't know what's going on right now, but when you have days when you're not really being creative in mind. Okay, and then, and this is the last but not least, but one of the most important. So the days you don't post, like this ties into all of it, wraps all together. The days you don't post, it shows, like quickly. So if you have a day, like a bad day, you don't feel like posting nothing, you're not creative, you're having these days, it definitely shows. Like, everything plummets. I mean, sometimes you don't have to post as much like that, like, or so like say like you do have to post, but say like you did, like you ran an ad on Instagram, like Instagram or Facebook, and you ran it for a few days. Now that could still get you a little bit of attention. It still gets to your website and stuff like that. But sometimes, like if you have days that you just don't post at all, nothing's going up, no story, nothing, it shows. So you want to make sure that you're always doing something. You always have to be on social media. You don't have to be on there super crazy, but you definitely have to be on there super crazy. Not super crazy, but super crazy, if that makes sense. Like, you kind of have to come obsessed with it, like, in a sense. Not, I don't want to say obsessed. Am I saying that right? I don't know. But you kind of have to be, like, on it. Because, like I said, there's somebody out there working harder than you. The days that you're slacking somebody, that might be somebody's good day. You know what I'm saying? And those could have been your clients or your customers. And not saying like you're supposed to be out here, everybody's taking everybody and like doing all that. It's not like that. But you are looking for customers. You're looking for somebody to purchase hair from you, from lashes, or whatever business that you're in. You're looking for someone to purchase from you. So being your own boss is already something, but also being the face of it. These are some of the cons that, that on the flip side that are sort of difficult. And they're like no-brainers in a sense, but those are the things that, you kind of have to think of. Because the pros are really good. I mean, the cons, these cons to me aren't that bad, because these are things that you could, that's why I said that's why I don't mind still doing it. Because sometimes this stuff you could just like check yourself about it. Like, Ebony, like, what are you doing right now? This is your business. Okay. You had a bad day. Okay. Get over it. Go. What what's his name? Richard Pryor say, have a coconut smile and shut up. Like, do that. Like, you have to relax and not have days like that. Like, I'm talking to y'all, but I'm definitely talking to myself, because I don't know what I was thinking today. But make sure that you take these cons and nip them in the bud, because it's a waste of time to, to invest all this time into stuff and then have days like these where you kind of feel defeated in a sense. Because I sort of had a day like that today. And like, I'm mad at myself about it, because it's like, let's see, what time is it? I don't know. I can't tell. It's late. And I haven't posted anything today. And I ought to be ashamed of myself, because I know what's up. And you have days like these, and it's not good. It's definitely not good. It's not good for your business. It doesn't sound smart. It does it's like when you know something, that's the difference between ignorance and stupid. Ignorant is because you don't know. You don't know. You're just ignorant to the fact. Stupid is when you know. Having a stupid day. You can't have stupid days. You just got to be smarter, push through. You have to plan ahead, maybe for the week, maybe for 2, like, you can plan out for the month, plan out for 2 weeks. You just do those type of things. Like, that's basically what you have to do, is plan ahead, work on creativity, doing those things. These are all things that can help, stop these cons. The cons come from the individual. That's what I will say. These are cons that I've came up with, cons that I've done. That I need to figure out. And your cons may be different than what mine are, But these are the cons that I've experienced, and I'm definitely going to try to work on it. Especially, this is a new year. I want new changes. I want a lot of new things for myself. And so, having days like today, or days like any of these things, y'all can't see now. I don't know why I lift that up. Days like today it's unnecessary. It's like, do you want to have your own business, or do you want this to be a side hustle? That's the whole fact of the matter. But I definitely encourage you guys to, regardless if you want to do the brand ambassador route or not do the brand ambassador route, it's up to you. But I encourage you, if you do it, stick to it. Preach positivity into yourself. If you have days where you don't feel like doing nothing, get on YouTube, read a book, take a walk, eat a donut. That's what I do sometimes. Don't listen to me. But like, do something positive to get you out of that funk. Like, or, think of, I don't know, you just have to do something. Maybe go back and look back over your goals for your business, or look at your website. Just think of some stuff to do. Cause I had like a day today. I was just like really frustrated. I'm looking at my website. I'm looking at my Instagram views, and I'm like stressing. And sometimes looking at those things can really stress you out sometimes. But you just can't let that go. You can't let that happen. You can't let those things consume you, which it's really hard to not do that sometimes, because like, you know, the difference between a 9 to 5 and, you know, being an entrepreneur, you're promised to check. You're not promised to check in this. Everything is solely based off of you. So yeah, that's my take on the cons, which are not so much cons because like I said, you create the cons. So want to make sure that you are, you know, being positive in your business and, you know, doing what you're supposed to do, basically. That's basically what it all sums up. Well, anyway, I would like to thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, any topics, or anything like that, please definitely hit me up in the comment below. And you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Bye.